Hello friends, this is Jasu Bakuhatsu, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 4. With the sort of traditional Dive Man start out of the way, it really doesn't matter what order we take the stages in from here, since we won't be making use of any special weapons, so I've decided we're going to be doing things in roughly increasing order of Robot Master difficulty, and that, of course, for this game, means we're going to be doing Toad Man right now. We begin the stage outside in the middle of heavy rainfall, and in gameplay terms, what that means is that anytime you jump here, you'll end up getting pushed back a fair bit by the wind, which makes a lot of these short hops over pits a lot more precarious than they actually look. But the wind has no effect as long as you stay grounded, so you can take as much time as you need to position yourself correctly before making your jumps. And once you get inside, that's the end of it. This gimmick will never appear again at any point throughout the rest of the game. In contrast, it is replaced here with a similar gimmick that instead pushes you along with the flow of the water as long as you stay on the ground. This is one of the things that I really like about Mega Man 4. It tends to employ a lot more stage-specific gimmicks than past Mega Man games, and also tends to change up those gimmicks a lot more within the same stage. And you'll see this approach to stage design carried forward into future Mega Man games as well. This and the increased emphasis on mid-bosses really show how Mega Man 4 was a turning point for the series in many ways other than just the obvious changes to the Mega Buster. The snail mid-boss I just sort of skimmed past there is not very difficult, but becomes a lot more interesting the second time you fight him. The biggest obstacle here is actually not the streams of water running along the ground, but the waterfall that seriously inhibits your jumping capabilities while you're standing underneath it. You might think that the lack of a charge shot would make this boss a lot more of a pain than usual, but that's actually not the case as long as you can get 3 shots off every time you jump. This is because the charge shot deals 3 regular shots worth of damage, so as long as you can get your 3 shots in the first time you jump every time he opens his eyes, you don't actually lose any time on this boss. The final stretch here is very reminiscent of the beginning of Dive Man's stage. If you try to run forward non-stop without compensating for the fish, you will get hit and probably get knocked back onto the spikes. Having reached the end of another very short stage, it is now time to face off against the Man of Toads himself, who is, well, as I said at the beginning of the video, the easiest boss in the game by a very long margin. In fact, this is probably the easiest boss in the whole Mega Man series, or any other Mega Man series for that matter. This is it right here, this is the entire fight. Technically, if you don't shoot him quickly enough after he raises his arms, he'll make it rain and you'll take a guaranteed hit, but the solution to that is to just don't stop shooting him. I guess the one other thing worth mentioning here is that I'm staggering my shots in order to keep him from jumping around so much. He jumps at you every time you try to shoot him if he hasn't begun his little rain dance animation, or more of a rain shimmy animation, I guess you'd call it, whatever, he's dead now. And for beating him you get the Rain Flush, which is a very useful screen clearing attack, which is the same as the aforementioned rain attack that you didn't get to see Toad Man use. Additionally, you get the Rush Marine, which makes its return from Mega Man 3. I don't know why they'd choose to give it to you in one of the only 2 Robot Master stages with any water in them, the other of course being Dive Man's stage, which we've already completed, so it's doubly useless for us, and triply useless since of course we aren't using any special weapons. Oh well, a useless and ineffective pickup from a useless and ineffective Robot Master. Anyway, that's all for this stage, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.